A siren's wail cut through the calm of the October evening. It started as a distant cry, then rose into a piercing scream. It echoed off glass, it echoed off concrete. Streetlights cast a soft orange glow over slow downtown traffic. Then, a flash of crimson shattered the ordinary scene, and a red Ferrari, low and sleek, bursting through a busy intersection. It ignored the command to stop. The engine roared, a sound of raw defiance against the city's gentle rhythm. Pedestrians stopped mid-stride, their eyes drawn to the spectacle. Speed, rebellion, danger. The car did not slow, a predator moving through a herd, weaving between startled sedans and lumbering buses with dangerous grace. Horns blared in its wake, a chorus of anger and surprise. This was no joyride, not simple recklessness. This was a flight. The siren grew closer, urgency undeniable. Blue, then red, then blue again. A patrol car struggled to keep pace. The driver wasn't just breaking laws, they were running from something. Commanders vowed he would not vanish into the city. Dozens of phones captured it. News would replay it for days. A covert search had become a very public, very dangerous spectacle. The chase had begun, and the city held its breath. The individual behind the wheel was no common car thief. He was 42-year-old Adrian Vescovi, flagged nationwide for months, wanted on a federal warrant for interstate fraud, linked to jewel heists from Miami to Chicago. His file, clever, elusive, non-violent, Audiskalker, another Anbidubatbonder, and Dan Audodibur Bashantori, Dalgerkurtzen Sotzer Sounder Furizanen. And Dadibopuri did a joint task force traced whispers and digital footprints, working around the clock. The search intensified October 20th after a credible tip. Vescovi was hiding in the metropolis area. Quiet living, an alias, cash for everything, and one weakness. High-performance Italian cars. Investigators cross-referenced sales and sightings, hunting for a break. The break came October 28th. An ALPR hit on a Ferrari tied to a shell company linked to an associate. Plainclothes units established eyes on. Within minutes they saw Vescovi take the driver's seat. A quiet box-in was planned, but Vescovi, paranoid and perceptive, spotted the tail. Before marked units could move, he punched it. The covert op became a full-blown pursuit, a desperate, high-speed gamble. It began on Meridian Avenue, a 4-lane artery turned speedway by Vescovi's Ferrari. Speeds neared 90 as he carved through traffic with terrifying precision. Drivers slammed brakes, swerved, and listened to the soundtrack. Screeching tires, angry horns, relentless sirens. Then a sharp, unsignaled turn for Interstate 95. Danger escalated. On the open highway, speeds crested 120. The Ferrari became a missile. Every car, a potential obstacle. Dashcams later showed the harrowing pursuit as officers kept sight, avoiding a deadly pileup. Within minutes, shaky phone videos hit social feeds. Soccer Ferrari chase began trending. From windows and overpasses, people watched a snaking ribbon of police lights chasing a lone red blur. The route was unpredictable, darting from fast lane to shoulder and back again. More units deployed. Air support scrambled. Every available officer along the corridor was alerted. Northbound toward the county line, the fugitive was fast, but running out of road and time. He tried to outrun them on performance alone. The clock was not on his side. A high-speed pursuit isn't a simple tale. It's a coordinated operation. As the chase hit the highway, Metropolis PD evolved its response. Patrol cars kept visual, but the conductor was above. Air 1. Within 3 minutes, its searchlight painted the Ferrari an unmissable target. The pilot's calm voice became the most critical instrument. Approaching exit 42, speed 125, center lane, now right, heavy traffic ahead. With real-time intel, commanders closed exits and diverted traffic from the projected path. State troopers joined seamlessly, their vehicles built for speed, their training for high-risk interventions. Spike strips were staged, a risky tool. At 100 miles per hour, control can vanish, and deployment is perilous. Teamwork was crucial. Helicopter tracked, patrols maintained pressure, other units built the perimeter. K-9 teams waited to track if he bailed. From pilot to trooper, every officer understood the public danger. The mission? End it quickly and safely. Discipline, communication, and the weight of life or death in every call. The net was forming. The endgame was next. Just as spike strips were readied, Vescovi swerved violently, narrowly missed a semi, and exited toward Northwood. The abrupt maneuver even caught pursuing officers by surprise. The chase transformed again, to tight turns and stop signs where echoes carry. Every blind corner, every parked car, every intersection. New, unpredictable hazards. A family returning home climbed the curb to avoid a head-on. A bus braked hard in the street. Riders lurched with the force. Risk rose from high to critical. Continue and risk tragedy, or disengage and let a dangerous fugitive escape. With Air One overhead, the commander continued, but ordered modified tactics. Lead cars fell back to lower collision risk. The focus shifted to containment, block the perimeter, make a cage. Disoriented and cornered, Vescovi hit dead ends, spun frantic turns, no longer executing a plan, just reacting. Strategy and patience funneled him toward an inevitable confrontation. It ended on Elm Street. A quiet road turned battleground. Guided by the helicopter, a Metropolis police SUV executed a pit. The nudge, precise, controlled. For a heartbeat, he might have saved it, but the speed was too great. The Ferrari snapped, spun 180, tires shrieking. Impact. Brutal. Sparks, crunch, shattering glass. The pole bent at 45 degrees. A cloud rose, and a breathless silence. Then, shouts, "Show me your hands! Get out of the car! Hands up!" Through broken glass, Vescovi moved, dazed, pinned by the mangled frame. 10 minutes of terror, over. Officers shattered glass, pulled him free. He offered no resistance, handcuffed, searched. The words the city awaited, "Suspect in custody." A roar had ended in a crash, and a quiet surrender. With Vescovi in custody, the threat ended, but the police work began. The scene was secured, medics treated him, then transported for booking. Detectives arrived, the crash site became a crime scene. Investigators documented everything. Vehicle resting position, skid marks, a 50-foot debris field. With a warrant, they searched the Ferrari carefully. Inside, a laptop with encrypted files, several burner phones, high-quality lockpicking tools, and a concealed cache of uncut diamonds. Each item was bagged, tagged, and logged, strengthening a multi-state case. Officers canvassed, the family forced onto a curb, the bus driver who braked hard, residents who watched from windows. Cell phone videos were collected and synced to a timeline. Piece by piece, a comprehensive picture of reckless endangerment formed. The goal, secure convictions on warrants, and for 10 minutes of terror. In the days after, the scope of Vescovi's legal trouble sharpened. Felony evading, reckless endangerment, resisting arrest, multiple counts of reckless driving. On top of it all, a federal wire fraud warrant. Prosecutors vowed aggressive pursuit, citing the danger he posed. His history. Calculated. Meticulous. A prior evading conviction nearly a decade ago. 2 other jurisdictions signaled new charges tied to high-value burglaries. Evidence from the Ferrari connected unsolved files. At arraignment, he spoke only to confirm his name, appearing in a jumpsuit, a stark contrast to his usual designer life. A not guilty plea entered. The judge held him without bail for extreme flight risk. A long legal battle loomed. Federal and local prosecutors aligned. The case sits on dashcam footage, aerials, recovered evidence, and dozens of witnesses. The chase was over. The quest for justice had just begun. The 10-minute Ferrari chase is a stark reminder of a daily balance. High-speed pursuits carry profound risk. One miscalculation can be tragic. Metropolis debated pursuit policy. Civic leaders, officers, and residents weighing risk versus need, especially when a suspect is known. This event showcased modern policing at its best. Seamless coordination on the ground and in the air. Technology mattered. License plate readers and helicopter intel were instrumental. The shift from direct pursuit to containment showed tactical wisdom and a commitment to public safety. It likely prevented a far worse outcome. Officers made split-second decisions amid chaos, relying on training, experience, and duty. A dangerous fugitive was taken off the streets. The red Ferrari remains a sobering lesson. Public safety is fragile, dependent on the choices of a few. That siren was more than a call to action. It warned of the tension between freedom and security, pursuit and protection. And that tension, managed with courage and care, defines modern law enforcement.